we go inside out with our NFL insider, Ralph Vacchiano. And Ralph, we knew this was coming, especially after reports stated it didn't matter to Watson who they hired as head coach. So who do you believe has the most leverage, Deshaun or the Texans?
Well, I think there's no question it's the Texans, because they can simply say no, that they won't trade him. Deshaun Watson can ask, he can demand, he can cause all sorts of trouble if he wants, do nasty interviews, if he chooses to go that route, and the Texans can still say no. Deshaun's leverage really would only come in the summer, which is when he could hold out. Now, by then, you would think the Texans would want this deal wrapped up. They're going to want to wrap it up by the draft, I would assume. And in the summer, even if he held out then, you're talking incurring fines of $50,000 a day, which is $2 million for training camp. Then during the season, it's another $620,000 per week in lost salary. It's a hard pill for anybody to swallow. And again, by then the Texans will have wanted this wrapped up. So they can just say no or set a price that's so high that a deal is just impossible.
And then Watson will stay unhappy in Houston. Moving to the Giants' angle on this. The Giants have Daniel Jones. Obviously, Watson is a better QB than Daniel Jones right now. Do you think there's any chance the Giants will get involved with trying to get Watson?
I wouldn't be surprised if they place a call, because you're talking about a 25-year-old, three-time Pro Bowl quarterback who is clearly, at least right now, better than Daniel Jones, maybe better than Daniel Jones for the rest of his career. So they would at least have to look. But if the people who are talking about this trade around the league are right about the cost, you're talking at least 3 first-round picks, maybe more than that, and the Giants just don't have it. You're talking about, they could get Deshaun Watson and then have to give up their first-round picks, maybe for almost the length of his contract, possibly more than that. They don't have the cap space that the Jets do, for example, or the Jaguars do. So if they bring Deshaun Watson in, it kind of limits what they can do in free agency. Basically, they could make a play for Watson, but they wouldn't have the ammunition to build an actual team around him. So, even if it piques their interest a little bit, I don't see them actually getting involved.
All right, so the chances aren't very high for anything to happen with the Giants and the Texans. Ralph Vacchiano, thanks so much.
My pleasure.